Guten Tag. So this is probably overstating my skills somewhat, but YouTube, there are no firearms in this video. It's just an air gun. And the air gun in question is the Diana Bandit. This is the Gen 2 and this is the Gen 1. So this is basically just cosplaying my Bandit as the Walther 2000. Now, a while ago I saw Gun Jesus be talking about the Walther 2000. I just saw it and I just fell in love with it. Just the wood with the metal and the blockiness, just so functional. And I thought, I really want that. So I just looked online and yeah, I mean, not the real version. I don't have a gun license, no interest in that. But the airsoft version made by Ares is like €1,000 or something stupid like that. So I thought, okay, well, I can't afford that. But what I can afford to do is just watch a whole bunch of videos and take a whole bunch of measurements. And a while back I ordered some aluminium tubing, which just happened to be absolutely perfect. And even better is that they arrived wrapped with plastic to some plywood. So this is that plywood. So yeah, the basic ingredients of this gun are 2 aluminium tubes. The bottom one is 25 by 25 millimeters. The top one is 25 by 15 millimeters. And then the rest is basically, well, how do you shove this in there? Get the trigger to work from there, get the cocking to work from here, and somehow get the magazine working over here. So yeah, for a very long time I procrastinated, and then very recently I had a job opportunity come up and I was like, oh geez. So then in the last week I just finally threw everything together, and here we are. So it's a prototype, it's not the finished thing. There's lots wrong with it, and I'll show you just the poor tube inside here, the lower tube. It's cheese. I can't measure accurately. I was trying so many different things. I didn't think I was going to put it in the prototype, but yeah, thank God that this wood and yeah, this faux wood blocks it all up. Anyway, so this is the bipod. Also made this. It's got this kind of nifty feature where, looking at how it works at the airsoft version, is it's got these 2 pins and they lock the leg. So when you pull the pin back, it actually goes there and then locks in place. So that's kind of neat. I mean, you probably can't see anything with my fat fingers. And then this nicely just wraps around the thing, closes around the closes around, and this goes like that, and then you close it and it locks around the top pole. Now, because the legs are kind of gangly and dangly, there's this which you prop on top, and then those poles go in there, and it just keeps everything in place nicely. So the other side, hoopla, reveals the magazine. The barrel is the long barrel, so which nicked from the Artemis CP2. Yeah, and it comes to about here. So there's a little bit of shroud, and I actually put some baffles and some padding in here, so that brings the sound down quite a lot. The trigger is surprisingly nice. I managed to not mess that up. And here you'll see some springs where I was wanting it so that when you cocked it back, it went forward by itself. But the springs required to do that made it so hard to cock in the first place. Just not worth it. I would love to show you the internals, but I'll make that a second video in case that gets me in trouble. It's pretty boring, but what I'm really kind of proud of is on the original, this locks the probe in place. So when the air blasts the pellet, this can't move backwards. However, mine is now constantly in that, and while there is some weight here, when the air blasts, it can actually blow it open just enough like that air comes out and you lose power. So what I've actually done is come up with a rather nice, I think, automatic locking system that unlocks when you pull back, but cannot unlock from the air blowing back by itself. So that's something I'd like to show. And yeah, my awesome paint job. Yeah, it's aluminium, it's just spray paint. I tried my best, but this is a prototype, so it's just been apart 1,000 times. The buttstock is adjustable. Yoink! You can actually just unscrew there and then move up and down to your heart's content. The shoulder, the face pad thing, I try to make look fancy by putting some red velvet in because that always makes things classy. But yeah, it can't it's, yeah, this is just sparkles on a turd, and it's just not working out so well. But before I wrap this up, I mean, you got to show it shooting, so let's just do that quick. Turns out all my scopes are dovetail. The only Picatinny Weaver one I had was that red dot, which I'm not used to, and I couldn't quite get the height-wise right with the butt pad. So yeah, this is not a great 5-shot group. The pistol can do better 10 meters. And then ignore the shot, because after this I thought, can I center this and try hit it right in the center? Oh, I can, except I was using this to demonstrate, so dumbass. Ignore that. But yeah, this is my prototype. You may have one lingering question, which is, how do you fill it with air? Well, the full probe position is about here. So my idea is to drill a hole over here, and then of course there'd be a gaping hole here, which wouldn't look right. So take some very thin black plastic, put it over here, and then put a hole in the black plastic right about here, so you can't see it over here. Then when you pull back, the holes will align, revealing the air probe port, and you put it in. Why have I not done that? These side panels took quite a lot of work to make, so I want to reuse them on the final product. So I don't want to make 2 holes, and the whole reason why I'd have to do that is because in here is the Gen 1 without a regulator, and with the regulator, the full probe position is quite a bit further forward. So I'd reserve this for when I put this back in. Now, the whole thing about this is, while both of these have slots on this side for cocking and guiding the probe, I do need to make holes down this side because of restrictions on the inside of how things work. The line has to be on the right-hand side. So yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon. For now, this is good enough for me, and if you'd like to see the internals, let me know in the comments, and we'll see how YouTube reacts to that video. But for now, stay safe, be kind, bye.